be talking about something very, very important, whether you're drinking cocktails or a single malt Scotch whiskey or your good old American whiskey, and it's ice. You go to a bar, and if it's a fancier bar, they're going to put a large cube of ice like this. It looks clear, it looks beautiful. But just for the sake of comparison, I'm going to show you what a drink like that looks like. You're going to pay for an ounce of it, maybe an ounce and a half, and it's barely going to come halfway up the glass. Not that that's a big deal, but it looks like a lot, but I think that's too much ice. I think you shouldn't over ice any cocktail, unless it's a frozen drink, of course. Definitely shouldn't over ice your expensive whiskeys, your single malts, whatever. So this, well, this looks fine. I think we just got to put that aside for a minute. So then, a lot of you are going to be saying, well, I don't have access to that fancy ice. I can't afford to have my ice bought. But when I go over to my brother's house, I get these. I think we all know what they are. They're cloudy. It's from the refrigerator. It's made from tap water. I don't know that I can smell the chlorine now, but I will definitely taste it after you get a handful like this, throw it in there, and now your drink is 90% ice, and you're gonna, something you just spent $100 a bottle for, you're gonna dump over this. It's gonna melt in a few seconds, maybe a minute, and now it's gonna taste like chlorine. And do you really want that for your cocktail, or especially your expensive whiskey? So you know what we do with this? We go and we put it over by the plants. We don't waste it, but we just go right ahead, because water is valuable in this day and age. So what's the next best solution? The next best solution is simply to go out and buy one of these. I don't think these cost more than $2. You probably even get them for 99 cents at the dollar store. Then you could use whatever kind of water you want. I like Fiji water. You don't have to get that fancy. This is going to cost you 10 cents. And like I always say, you paid $50 for this. A full-size bottle of Johnny Walker Blue is almost $200. This, I'm sure, is $100. I think you can spare 10 cents and another $1 to make these decent-sized looking ice cubes. Okay? They're not clear, but they're a nice size. 3 of these fit in a glass, so you're not going to over-ice your drink. That's probably the cheapest, easiest solution. Now, if you take your ice really, really seriously, like I do, then you want to come up with an ice system. I really like this one. It's from Polar Ice. The thing is, with these, you get these beautiful, beautiful triangles. They're mostly clear. One of them fits in a glass, a minimal dilution, and then the leftover, you could put this in the cooler for a picnic, whatever the case may be. You can only make 4 of these at a time. This is about 20 bucks, but this is a really cool solution. I really, really like these. Just an odd shape, but it's different for sure. Now my favorite is this. This is a rabbit system. You fill them up. Then you should be able to pull these out. I've had these out a few minutes. They're still kind of sticking out. There we go. They're hard to get out, but they make these beautiful square ice cubes. They're obviously larger than this. They melt slower. This is a good size. They're not too big. They're not too small. They're really just about right. And 1 or 2 of these in a glass. I only put 1, to be honest with you, because I like my whiskey cold, but I don't like it diluted. I stick one of those in there for maybe a minute, and then I pull it out and just enjoy a nice chilled drink. The problem is with this, you see this down in the bottom? That's wasted water. You're wasting about 50% of your water. Doesn't matter if you're paying a dime for it or you're paying $2 a bottle, you're still wasting water. And there's no way to get this ice until it almost completely melts. I promise you, this will be out in an hour, maybe 2 hours. This still won't be fully melted. Even still, this is probably the best solution. Again, this is about $20. It only makes 4 at a time. So you want to obviously buy 2 of these, or you want to make these a few days in advance if you're having a couple of friends over. I like this one a lot. The problem is I don't like the shape. I wish they made one that did make square cubes. Am I getting picky now? Yes, but you know what? I like cocktails. I like the beauty of them, and this is a much better shape. I'm wondering why Rabbit didn't make these 4 in a row like this rather than one long one, because I got to slide this all the way back into the freezer. But again, it does make beautiful ice, as you could see. Ice is very important. There are like hundreds of contaminants in water. Now with all this fracking, You know, it's not a good idea to be drinking tap water. I don't even boil my pasta with tap water anymore. I use Poland Spring. It's cheap enough. I don't think it's wasting it because my health is a lot more important. And the water gets recycled anyway. I let it cool down. You feed the plants with it. You water inside plants, outdoor plants, whatever. Again, please don't use those ice cubes from the freezer. Go out, spend a couple extra dollars for water, and this way, now you're really being able to enjoy the full flavor of this whiskey you spent a lot of money for.